Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So we are making big progress, right? I believe by now you have completed your day four. But if you have not completed your day four, please go back to the playlist. Go to day one. All right. Check the playlist will be in the link in the description. Will be the link of the playlist will be in the description. So we have done day one to day four, and now today we are going to be creating a protected route. So last time we talked about authentication. So now we want to protect our routes so that it's not anybody cannot just come and have access to our platform. No, even our front end too will also be protected. You cannot just come and have access to our front end or to our back end if you're not logged in or if you're not authenticated. So this program is brought to you by the Global Genius. The Global Genius is my online platform where I train you on basically web development and Python. Okay, so if you want to really master, if you want to master all these things I'm teaching you here, you have to actually come to the Global Genius. Okay, so now today, by the end of today, your fintech app will prevent unauthorized users from accessing dashboard. You're going to see it practical. All right. We will connect our Next.js frontend to our backend authentication. We are going to be doing login, sign up from our front end. We are going to be storing our JWT tokens even on our front end. We'll be storing it on our front end. You see how to do it. We automatically redirect logged out users. So a user can log in, a user can log out. Do you understand? Okay. So if a user is not logged in, they cannot have access to the dashboard. So if they want to have access to the dashboard, we'll check if they are logged in. If they are not, we will take them back to, you're going to see how all these things with how they are being done. So we protect sensitive fintech pages. Our fintech app will be protected. All right. We'll leave the sign up and the login and the home page. That's what we'll be leaving. Others will be protected. So if you have not actually enrolled for this my mentorship program, I think you're really missing. Okay. Now, this program is basically we'll be building three more applications like this. This fintech app, you're going to get it for free of charge. You're going to have access to it, okay? But the AI real estate platform, e-commerce and e-commerce escrow platform and logistics system, you're not going to get it for free of charge. It is only for people who actually are enrolled into my mentorship program. And let me tell you what this thing will do for you. If you have all these four portfolios, all these four projects in your portfolio, no employer will argue that you know what you're doing. Okay, and let me also bust your bubble. This program is valued for 200,000. It is 200,000 naira. But if you enroll for this mentorship program between now and 14th of February, you're going to get it for 100K. So it's a 6 months project. It's a 6 months mentorship program. I'll be guiding you for the next 6 months, and that will be enough for you to complete these four projects and learn more. All right, and get get more employable skills. So, but like I said, before 14th of February, between now and 14th of February 2026, you're going to get it for 100K instead of 200K. But after that, you're getting it for 200K. But if you actually enroll for this mentorship program before 7th, if you enroll before 7th of February instead of 14th, you're going to get extra course. Like you get my TypeScript course, my Tailwind CSS course, my React, my Next.js Express, Prisma, and MongoDB. You're going to get these courses. I'm going to give you a crash course. So all these things that you've been seeing me code along here, you're going to see it. Okay, I'm going to teach you TypeScript, Tailwind CSS, React, Next.js, Express, and Prisma, and MongoDB. So if you pay before 7th of February, you'll get these extra courses on top of the 100K instead of paying 200K. But if you pay after 7th of February, you're paying 100K instead of 200K. But after 14th, the mentorship program is 200K. Okay. So if you're wise, what is 100K? Let me even ask you, what is 100K? If you get a job as a developer, what is 100K? All right. Your month salary has covered whatever you're going to pay for this mentorship program. Your 1 month salary has covered it. So why are you doing penny wise, pound foolish? I think you should be wise because you need a mentor. You really need a mentor. We are building web applications like this, AI powered applications from beginning to end, and you're going to see all these things play. So enough of that. So let's get to the main part. Now, we will first of all protect our back end. So we'll be talking about middleware. Middleware is what we use to protect our routes, our API routes, our API endpoints. Middleware is what we use to protect it. Okay, so what is middleware? All right, middleware checks requests before they reach your API logic. So middleware is like a middleman. Okay, but when the front end makes a request to your back end, before it gets to that endpoint, let's say the user wants to say, I want to check I want to check my profile. I want to check profile. Before it will hit the profile endpoint or the profile route, the middleware will first of all do some checkup, will check some things before pushing it to the profile page. So basically, if you're using middleware in your Express application, your request will go, depending on how you position it, your request will go to the middleware, and if it does not pass the middleware condition, it will not get to the main place it wants to go to. So middleware is like your gate man. It's like your gate man to your house. So without the gate, if your visitor does not meet the gate man's requirement, the gate man will not open the gate for your visitor. In my Express course, I took time to explain all these things. So in fintech apps, middleware verifies JWT token because we're expecting the front end to give us the JWT token. Okay, we also confirm the user's identity with the middleware. These are the things middleware can do for you. You can actually write a middleware that confirms the user's identity before they would have access, okay, to the endpoint. It will block unauthorized access. You're going to see it play right now. You're going to see it. Okay. So now go to your backend source folder, create another folder called middleware, and then we'll create a file called auth.middleware. So let's get to work. Okay. I actually have two of these things opened here. All right, so I'll come to my source folder. Let me close this front end. So I'll come to my source folder. I'm going to create a folder. I'll call it middleware. So this is where all my middlewares will live in this folder. So inside of the middleware, oh my God, this is a file? Oh, it's not a folder. I created a file. Okay, so let me fix it. So I'll say middlewares / I will say auth. So this is a middleware that is going. I'm creating for my authentication. So auth.middleware.ts. Okay. Oh, what's happening? Really? Okay, sorry. Let me delete it. Let me delete it. All right. So I'll go back to my source. So I'm going to create a folder called middlewares. Okay, and I'll create a file inside of it. I'll call it auth.middleware.ts. Okay, so now I'm going to do the things I used to do. I'm going to actually bring this thing here so that I can actually code. I can actually add the code here. So while I'm coding, you're also seeing what I'm doing. So first thing first, I'm going to import. Look at what I'm going to do. I can't explain whatever I'm doing here now, but like I said, this is the things I teach. So this is why you need my mentorship program or you buy my course. If you buy my full stack web development course, you will get everything from me for free of charge. The mentorship is part of it. Once you buy my course, you are my mentee forever. Okay. Import type. So look at what I'm doing. I'm importing type. Okay. I'm importing type and I'm importing request. I will import response and I will import next. I wish I have time to explain all these things, but I'm sorry, I don't have that time. But if you can buy this course, if you can enroll into my mentorship program before 7th of February, you're going to get a crash course on Express.js, TypeScript, and every other thing I'm mentioning here. I will also import JWT from from JSON. Remember, we used this thing in the last class. So now I'm going to create an interface that I can export. I don't know. This is TypeScript. Okay, so I wouldn't have that time to create what talk about what an interface is, but this is my auth interface, auth request interface is actually going to extend, um, is actually going to, this is inheritance in TypeScript. It's actually going to extend my request object coming from Express. So, and then once I'm expanding it, I'm actually adding a an optional username in the object. I am so sorry. I don't know. If I go on to explain this thing, it will take a whole lot of time. Interface is what I take time to explain as a main class in TypeScript. Okay. So now this is what we have. We have imported our request response next function from Express. We have also imported JWT. So look at what I have here. Look at what I have here. Okay. This is what I have here. So you can pause and take a look at it. So the next thing is, let's go and write the next line of code. So now I need to add more to this, more here. So I'm going to say, I'm going to create this my middleware. I will say I'm going to create a function that can be exported. So I'll call it auth. This is a function, so there's nothing much here. I'll call it function, and this function is just a scenario function. All right, scenario function that takes couple of parameters. The first parameter is request, and this request is going to be of type our auth request because we extended the normal request coming from Express. Then our response, our rest is going to be the normal response. We didn't extend it. Then our next function will come from the next function that we have here. So what this next function does is that after the middleware have finally passed, if the request coming in passes the middleware's condition, the middleware will now call the next function. It is the next function that will now push the request to the main endpoint. Okay, this, like I said, these are the things you learn in the Express class. So hurry up, enroll into the mentorship before 7th of February so that you can get extra class. So I'm going to create a header. No, I'm going to read because I'm expecting that they are going to give me the token from I'm expecting that the client will give me the token, and that token will be in the authorization, in the header section, and it will be in the authorization property of it. So I am going to split it. It's a string, so I'll split it um, with a space, and then I'll get the I hope you want um this okay. Why am I having that error there? So I'm splitting. Oh, sorry. Okay, so sorry. So now like this. So this is arrays. If you don't understand what I just did now, this authorization is going to be of a string value. Now it's a string, so I'm splitting it. I'm splitting the string, okay, and now I'm splitting it based on anywhere I have space because this authorization value is going to be like bearer space then the token. So you're going to see how I'm going to explain it even when we start writing the token or when we are making that request. So now I am getting this authorization I'm splitting whatever the client gives me, and I'm dividing them based on space. So if you have taken my JavaScript class, I taught this string thing very, very well. Okay. So now the next thing is this. So we have gotten the token. So this is the token that we created in when we use the JWT, and we created that token that we send to the user whenever they log in or whenever they sign up. So we expect that anytime they come back again, they should give us this token. If they don't give us this token, we will not give them access. So we have extracted the token in a variable, and we are saying if this token is null or undefined, if it is a false, if it is not, if it's an empty string, all right, or if it is we are negating to see if it is a false value. If it is a false value, then we are going to say res.status. We are going to give the user 404 status. All right. So you can't, oh no, we will not give you access. So in our JSON, we are going to give a message, and then this message is going to be message is going to be um, so I'm going to use, okay, I can just go on and say invalid token. All right. So I'll just say unauthorized, no token. Or okay, I can just say unauthorized, no token, unauthorized. Let me give a better error message. I can say unauthorized, no token. Okay, so we expected with this our auth middleware, we are first of all reading, get asking from the request, we are asking, seeing if they gave us this token. If they did not give us this token, that means this token is empty, all right, or it's not available. Then we are saying unauthorized. We cannot have access to our distance. So now the next line of code will come here. So the next thing is to now, if there is a token. So if there is a token, we will try catch the block, and then whatever we are going to do here, if there is any error, this error is going to be of type any. If there is any error, I'm going to say return. I'm going to return it back. If there's any error, I will return and say res the status 404, 401, and then JSON. What message am I passing on right this time around? Let me see. Invalid token. So if we are not, because now we are going to process this token. If we have the token, we are going to process it. So we are going, if the token, if there is any error processing the token, we are going to say the message is invalid token. Now, let me tell you something. See, if you can build applications like, if you can do exactly what I'm doing here, you can get a job as a full stack web developer. No cap. What else are they expecting from you? They're expecting you that you do these things. These are the things normal developers do every day. So all you have to do now is to work hard and master these things. And my mentorship program will definitely help you. And what is 100K or even what is 200K if you do not meet up with the early bird offer? So now let's go on and then let's decode. Now, let's first of all, before I even do this, I'm going to say, let's use the JWT dot verify. Let's verify this token. We are going to verify the token against the user ID. Okay, so now, okay, look at it. We are verifying the token, okay, and then you remember we have a secret, our JWT secret somewhere in our env file. So we are verifying it and we are typecasting it to an object. We are typecasting it to a JavaScript object that has user ID as string. So if what I'm speaking here is Chinese to you, I'm sorry, you just have to. So my secret is coming from my process process.env dot jwt underscore secret. All right, this is the secret we have. Okay, then I'm typecasting it as an object, and this object has a user ID that is of type string. I'm having some errors. Let me see. Process.env, okay. The thing is that this token might is possible. It's possible that it can be undefined. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to use this exclamation mark. Okay, so what am I getting wrong here? Let me see the error message. Conversion of type JWT and this to type of this may be a mistake. Neither user ID is missing in. Okay. Oh, sorry. JWT.verify token process.env.jwt secret as. Okay. All right. So I think I'm having some errors there, but let me take time and fix it. So if I go on and save this guy, I'll save it as decoded token. Okay. It doesn't still solve the problem. Okay. So if I take this out, let's see. So our token, the last overload gave argument of string undefined is not assignable. So this token possibly could be undefined. Now, because it could be undefined, all right. Since we know, because if it is undefined, it will not pass this line of code. So if it's undefined, it will return. But once it has gotten to this place, then we are sure that it is not undefined. That means we have it. So I'm going to use this exclamation mark to tell TypeScript that yes, I am very sure that it's not going to be undefined. These are the things I teach in TypeScript. So I can also typecast it to this my object that has user ID that is a string. You can see the error message is gone. If I did not know TypeScript, I could not have understand the error message. That is the reason why you need to learn and master these things. And this is what your employers are asking from you. Okay. So as simple as that. Now, once we have verified it. So we verified it. And if we verify it and if the token does not match, if the token does not match with our JWT secret, all right, if it did not verify to throw an error, and that is what we are catching here. If you don't know what errors try catch block does, that means you need my class. You really need my class. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is that I want to say request. Now I want to get. Okay, see, I want to get. So look at what I want to do. I want to I want to add this user ID to the request. All right. And I want to save it. So get.decoder. So now whatever I have gotten from here, all right, this JWT is going to give me something of this nature to give me the user ID. So I'm not saying the user ID, I want to store it in the request object. All right, like I said, I will not be explaining what request object is right now. So just copy the code as I do. And again, all right, my code will be available on my GitHub repo. I would every day I'll be dropping in the description. I'll be dropping the link to my GitHub repo for this program. So day one, day two, day three, you will be seeing it like that. Okay. So now I have it here. Now the next thing is to now call next. Since that everything went fine, is to call this next function. Now, what this middleware is doing is that it's going to protect. It will going to. This is our gate man. So from here to here, all right, from here to here, this is where it does the checking. And if there's any error between from there to this place, let me take this thing down. If there's any error around this area, if the request does not match the condition, it will throw error and that will send this thing back to the user. But if everything goes well, then we'll now call this next function. I'm not going to explain what the next function actually does. I explained it in my Express.js course. Now, our middleware is ready. So save it. Our middleware is ready. Okay. So the next thing to do now is let us go and protect our route. So we are not going to protect sign up. We are not going to protect login. Users can have access to that, to those routes. But let us go and create a profile, a user profile route so that users can actually get their profile. Okay. So now let's go to user.route.ts. User.route.ts. So I will take you to user.route.ts. I'll expand this. So open the route folder. What we have there is auth.route. So let's create a user.route.ts. I used to have it before. You also have it. You could even have this user.route.ts. You could have it. Okay. I actually saw her change, started everything afresh. But if you have been following me especially from day two, where we have a user route that was okay, you can just start everything afresh like this. Okay. So I have my user out, the user.route. So I am going to first of all I will import the router because I will be using it. I will import the router. I'll be using it. So now, I am now going to say create user router. Okay. So I will say cons. I will call it user router. So all the endpoint that has /user will come from here. So I will say user router is equal to router. I'll call a router constructor function. Now I will now say user router dot let's get, because if you want to get your profile, you're going to use a say route. So this will be it, profile. Okay. Now I'm now going to call my out middleware between it, then um, before my callback function. So, but let me show you the full code here. So I also imported this. So, okay, now, okay, there's something else we need to do. Okay, yeah. Pardon me. Now, let's just go, before we create this profile, let us go to the profile controller. Okay, so first of all, let me go back. Let me pick this code from the profile controller. So I'll go to my controller. Okay, this is where I practice before coming to make this class. So okay, I'll go to my back end first. So I'll go to my controller, user.controller. Okay, so I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to copy this code. So instead of me writing my logic in this place, I'm not going to write the logic here. Okay, so short, this router should not even come here. So I'm going to take it off and I'm not going to use it here. So I'm coming back to explain what I'm doing. All right, so I'm coming back. So I will go to my controller folder. I'll go to my controller folder. So I will create another file. I'll call it user.controller. So every of my logic, any logic that has to do with users will come from here. And that is where I will put all my logic. So I am going to paste this here. So let me explain this code for you. All right. So of course, I am getting the response from Express. I'm getting Prisma. Remember Prisma. And then I'm importing the auth request. You know, the auth request is in the middleware, I created an interface here. I created this interface that is extending this request. I'm also exporting it, so that is why I was able to get it here. So I'm also importing it here. So do the same thing here. Now I created a function called profile. It's an asynchronous function. All right. So it takes a request and a response object, just like the way we have this sign up and sign in functions. All right. So that is what I'm having here. So I now I am getting the user for the profile. This is my logic here. I am using Prisma to get a unique user that has the ID, request.user ID. Okay, just if possible, just type whatever you see me typing here, or you can also go and get the code, okay, from my repo. So now I am I have already showed you this thing previously. We did it with the sign up and the sign in. So it is just exactly the same thing. But the only difference is just that here I am trying to get a user, all right, and then I'm using the where clause here and I'm doing this. So this is actually Prisma. This is everything you're seeing here is Prisma. So like I said, this is the reason why you need my Prisma class. So enroll before 7th of February so that you can get these courses free of charge. You now use it to master whatever we are doing here. So I have this thing here. I'll go back to my user route. So I am not user route. What do I have here? Okay. So now this is what do I have here? What do I have here? Which one is my main? I am confused. Okay. All right. So this is okay. So this is Okay, so I was confusing it with the other VS Code that is open. So let me minimize it. Let me minimize it. So now, so I have my user.control. So I have a function here that will handle any route that is coming to the profile. I have this something that I'll have this code to handle it, this function. So I will now go back to user route, and then I will now say if there's any route coming to get this endpoint, I will want to first of all also call the middleware. Then I will now call the profile um, the profile here. So this is enough. But the next thing is that I'll have to export it. I'll have to export default user router. Okay, so I hope this is not confusing. We have done this before. All right. The only difference is that instead of us using the auth controller where we have the login and the sign up, I am creating the one that will handle requests for profile. So when I come to the user controller, so here I just have this. So make sure that you have this function like this instead of user.controller.ts. It should be inside of the controller folder. Then after that, you now go to your the user route. All right. Then any any request coming to here will first of all meet our middleware. Make sure that the middleware is being. See, look at the difference. If I go to the auth route, we don't have any middleware between this and this. But because here we are not protecting these routes, but here we are protecting for the user route, we are protecting this profile. You cannot have access to this profile if you don't pass the gate man, which is the middleware that we have here. So just have it like this, then this profile would handle everything. Okay, I hope this is cool. So the next thing, so that's what we are doing here. That's what we are doing here. And then we export it. Okay, so this is the code here. Now, the next thing is for us to now go to front end and integrate this. But before we go to front end, let us test our code using Postman. Now, so far, so good. I will save and then I will open terminal. I will open terminal. I will open terminal and say npm. Oh, sorry. I should do cd. No, let me use my bash. Let me use my bash. Okay, so I will say cd backend. Remember, you have to go to the backend folder for you to run your npm run dev. So our fingers crossed, our server is still okay, amazing. Our server has started. All right. So now let me go and use, if you don't have Postman, no problem. Just watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Postman. So let's test our route. Okay. Remember that this our profile route is protected now. It is protected. So you can no longer, you can't access it without um, giving the proper authorization. Okay, so now if I go, which one is here? Okay, so okay, let me go and say, okay, let me leave this. Let me leave this. Let me create another endpoint. So I will say HTTP local host. Okay. Now look at, but it has to be a get. It's a get request. Okay, it's a get. It's not post. So now I want to access this route from the server. All right, from the backend server. But the moment I click on send, look at what it's going to tell me. It say 404 not found. Sorry. I haven't added this thing I haven't added this user route to our API, API.ts. So let me go back quickly. I will have to stop the server. It's not the postman is saying, I did not see it. Oh. So it's because we have not added it yet. So I'm going to say app.use. Okay, please come back here and do this. App.use. Any endpoint API / users or user is okay. Yeah, user is okay. So use the user route, use the user router to handle it. Now, perfect. Okay. So we didn't have, I don't know, you might have this on your own. Okay. But if you don't, please come to the app.ts and include this. So this is what will handle that our request. So everything is fine now. Let's go back to Postman. So if I send again, it's going to handle it. So it's telling us unauthorized, no token. So what is happening here? What is happening here? If I go back to our middleware, it is our middleware that says no, you cannot pass because you did not give me. So now the request will hit here and go to the user router. It will come to this user router. This is the user router. The user router will say, okay, yes, it is the profile they are looking for. But it will come, first of all, check our gate man. Our gate man will go to our gate man. Our gate man will check all these things and say, no, you did not give me any token. So unauthorized, you cannot have access. Because our gate man is trying to get the token from here and he didn't get it. So he says, no, 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 you cannot come in. All right, you can't have access. That is what he's saying here. So let's go back. So that is what it's telling us here. So if I now go to the authorization page panel, and then I am using the bearer auth, sorry, not basic auth, bearer token. I don't know if this is the token I used before. I think this is the token I used before. But if it is not it, I think that's the token I used before, but let me just add something else so that it will be corrupted. All right, so now it is no longer the token that I had before. So if I go on now to send it, all right, it's going to give us another error message. Now it came back and found out that, okay, yes, there is a token, but it now did JWT verify. It now after, all right, so now after coming down here, it will verify. And since I gave it a wrong token, so because of the wrong token, it will throw an error, say no, 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 no. That is why we got invalid token. So you can see that our authentication, our auth middleware is working. So nobody can have access to this protected route right now unless they give us the right token. So now let me go back to login and get the right token. So I am going to go back to login. I'll use this to log in. If I send, it should give me, is there any error? Okay, is my server no longer running? My server is running for 5,000, so what's the error? Pausing, could not get response. Okay, so you can see now it has logged me in and then it gave me a token. Look at the token now. So this is the token it is expecting from me. This is the token. If I don't provide this token, I can never have access to that profile page. Do you understand? So now I will take this token, I'll go back to this profile, then I am going to I have copied it and I'll paste it here. All right. So now if I click on send now, look at it. You can see it has given me access to it. So now what happened? Now, since that it came back here, so now that the token is verified, there was no error. It did all this thing and called the next method. Once it calls the next method, so if you come back here, all right, once it calls the next method, it will not take you to this profile controller, this profile controller function. So where is it again? It will come here and then it will get the user and send it to us. That is why you saw it in the postman there. So this is very simple. This is how real web application works. There is no magic. It is magic because you don't know it. So you can see that I was able to get my details. Okay, so congratulations if you're using Postman and if you've tested this is working. So that is great. So now let us go to our front end now. So now if we go to your front end, Okay, let's go to our front end page now to build our front end page. So I'll go to the front end. So I'll collapse the back end. I'll come to the front end. So instead of the front end, I'll create a folder called library. Okay, create a folder called lib inside of the front end. Okay, so instead of the front end here, I'm going to create a folder. I'll call it lib. It will have all my functions, my library. So inside of it, I will now create api.ts. So if you have not installed Axios, we actually installed Axios. We did install Axios in our front end setup. So now, I don't know if you have used Axios before, but I'm not going to do explanation here. Just do exactly what you see me doing here. So I'm going to create this API variable, and I'm going to say Axios dot and create. I'm going to create a base object for this for our everything we'll be doing. So I hope you're seeing it. So I'm going inside of this. I will now say base URL. So the base URL is now going to be what is the URL of your backend? The URL is localhost 5000. Okay, sorry, HTTP, include it, please. HTTP://. So this is our base URL. So this is what all of our, okay, slash API, sorry. So any request that we make using this Axios, this is where it will be going to automatically. Now, but there's other thing we need to also do. So let us create this interceptor, all right, so that every time we are using Axios would also check for this token for us. So you might not understand what is happening here. I'm so sorry. I can't explain it here. Okay. So now I'm going to bring this thing down here. So maybe I will expand for you. So I will say API.interceptors, all right, dot request, all right, dot use, okay. I will have this, inside of this, I will have this config. Look at what I did though. So I will have something like this. Hope I got it right. Yeah, I did. So okay, so the error says config is declared, but no, argument of type config but it's not assignable to parameter. Okay, so let me just complete the code first and see if the error will go. So I will say const. So I'm going to get the token. Now, whenever we sign up using our front end, we will be saving this token in the local storage. So we'll be getting this token from the local storage. These are the things I teach in my full stack course. All right. These are the things I take time to teach. So you have to buy that course so that you can master, all right, and understand all this. So I'll now say if there is token, all right, if there is token, we want to create config.headers.authorization, all right, is equal to token. So we want to add every time. So every time we use the Axios to run any code or to run any request, it will create this authorization for that same thing the postman was doing with that bearer authorization that I did. Okay, so now this is, I'll have to use the bearer. So I'll put bearer space. Then this is called template literal. That's what I'm doing here in case it's confusing. Then the token. All right. So we are almost there. So okay. Oh, sorry. Watch my code or watch your code, please. Watch your code. Remove that just look at what I did here. I made a mistake in the first time. Okay. Now, what am I doing? I am going to now return the config. I will return the config. And that is why that error was coming. So you can see now every time we use the Axios to make a request, automatically Axios would include this thing for us. So at the end of the day, let us export um, our API so that we can use it. Okay, we can use it. Oh, why not? Maybe I should just call it Axios API. Okay, there can never be any other API. So this is Axios API. Okay, so I will save it. This is cool. All right. Now, I hope everything is fine. Yeah. So the next thing now is let us now create. Now we have created our Axios API, but now I mentioned that we are going to be protecting our dashboard. So let us create a protected component. Now this has to do with React. This the code you're going to see now is React code. Okay. So I will go to my folder, my front end folder. I will create another folder called components. So this is where my React components will live. Then I will create I'll call it protected route. So you're going to see how we use this in protected routes.tss, TSS, protected route.tss. I hope that's correct. Protected route.tss. So inside of it, first of all, I'm going to use this use client. This code I'm writing now is Next.js. Use client. I hope that's correct. Okay. Then I'll say import. I want to use effects. This is what we teach in React class. This is pure React. Okay. So I'm also going to import the router from Next navigation. This one is from Next.js. Okay, so we are going to have something like this. So that's the code. Okay. But like I said, this whole code is going to be available it will be available in the day 5, and also the description to the GitHub listen will be here. So once we are done and I push to GitHub, I'm going to show you everything. So now I am going to say export default function. I'll call it protected routes. All right. Um, it will take, yeah, it will take this. Oops, sorry. Watch what I'm doing. Okay. So, okay. So, all right. So now, okay, let me expand this. So this will get children from here. All right. This is React that I'm doing here. So I don't know. I'm not going to explain this. I'll say children. Children is going to be of type. Is going to be of type React dot React node. Okay. Now that's cool. So after that, we have our curly braces like this. Okay. We have our curly braces like this. So instead of our curly braces, we are going to have our router. Oops, our router, and this router is going to come from use router, and it's from Next navigation. It's from Next navigation. Okay, so that is it. So let's go to the next page to see the remaining code. So after that, I'm going to have this piece of code. Okay, so so this is what we are going to have. Now, this is for our protected route. So now I am going to use the use effect. I'm not going to explain what use effect does. This is what's it called again? Sorry, this is React. So you're going to understand use effect. So inside of my use effect, I'm going to fetch the token from the local storage. Remember, whenever we do login, we or sign up, we'll save the token in the local storage. So that is what I'm trying to fetch here. So I'll fetch it using the use effect, and then I will now check if there is token. If there is token, if there is no token, sorry, if there is, let me check, if there is no token, then I will redirect. I would, it's, I could even use, I would have used redirect, return redirect. I could use return redirect is even better in Next.js. I will use return redirect and then the URL is login. So there's no need for this. You can delete this router or you can, if you want to use it, you can use it, but I'm using redirect now. Redirect is better. Okay, so I will use return redirect. Okay, now there's a couple of things I need to do here. Okay, so there's a reason for this. Okay, so this is our use effect. We got to the token. We have gotten the token. We have gotten the token and we have checked if it is not. So let us now return something for our. So then I'm going to say return uh, children. Just do exactly what I'm doing like this. Okay, return children. Okay, so you're going to see where we are going to use this protected route. So I will save it. We have our protected route. So the next thing is for us to create our login page. All right. So I am just going to copy. This code is plenty. It's going to be available in my GitHub repo. So you can go and copy it. So, but let me just go and copy it from somewhere. I'll come here. I would so I will come to the app, my login, so I'm just copying this page, this whole thing, I'll copy it. I will take time to explain the code actually. So since I'm here, okay, let me now have full page. So since I'm here, I am going to, instead of my app folder, all right, I will create another folder, call it login. So instead of the login, this is Next.js. There's a way Next.js actually work. So I will now, instead of the login page folder, I will create another file. I will call it page.tss. If you're having any issues with this, please reach out to me. I will paste this my code. This code will be available. This code is going to be available in the GitHub repo. So these are a couple of functions we have here. This is what we are using to handle the login, all right? And then basically every other thing is here. So I have saved it, save it. Then the next thing we need to do, is to create our sign up page. So instead of the app folder, create another folder called sign up. All right. Instead of the sign up folder, um, create a page.js, a page.tss. Okay. So let me now go and get the code, the sign up code. Okay. So this is the sign up here. So like I said, this whole thing will be available. And then I would come back here and I'll paste it. Okay. So this is for the sign up. All right. So look at it. Whenever we sign up, oh, form event. No, this should be submit event. This should be submit event. Let me go to the login. I hope it's okay. Submit event. So in the sign up here, whenever this is the code, the function to sign up a user, you can see that it is using the API, the Axios API, and we are calling the auth sign up. So this Axios API will automatically use the base URL we gave it there, and then it would give, it's going to give, in our case, okay, our database actually has first name, last name, and blah, blah, blah. So, okay. Whew, okay, there's something I'm going to do. Do. Okay. Oh, God. This is somehow going to break with our code, but I don't want this thing to be too long. So what I'm going to do is this. Um, let's go back to our Prisma. We'll go back to our Prisma. All right, let us use this format now. All right. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to only say first name. All right. Okay, let's say name. Let's use name. Okay. I'll go back to Prisma. So instead of first name, oh, this is going to break a whole lot of things now. But don't worry, let's not do that. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the first name optional. I hope it doesn't break. So go to your Prisma, make the first name um if it were only me doing this, I would just make my decision right away. But now I also have to consider you guys. So now go to now we would give a user the opportunity to update their profile. So, but for now, we only need their email and password compulsory. So now go to your Prisma and make first name, middle name, and last name, all of them optional. Just put this question mark at their back. So I will save it, and then I will go and open another terminal, and then I will run. Okay, for if make sure you close your server. So now let's go back and do, because we made changes here in our Prisma, we have made the first name, middle name, and last name optional. Because of that, we are going to say MPS Prisma DB push. This will be cool. Prisma DB push. It will handle all the changes for us. It will take care of it for us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, it will take care of it for us, and hope we are good to go. All right, our database is in sync now. So I will go back and start the server again. I hope we do not have any errors. Okay, that is good. So now let me go back to my sign up page. It is the sign up page that is giving us this headache. So I'll go back to my sign up page. This is my sign up page. I am no longer going to use the name because it's not compulsory. Okay, I will take it out. I'll make a couple of changes here. You don't have to make the changes. I'll take it out. I don't also need this use state for the name. And then I will come down here and I will remove this div that has to do with the name. So I will remove it. Don't bother. You don't have to do anything with me. So you're going to copy the main code later on. So I think we are good. I hope so. Okay, I hope so. We're only giving email and password. That's what we're only giving. So later on, we can give the user access to update their profile. So I think we are good here. So now this is exactly what we are doing. So once the user comes back with the response, we are going to add that this is the token that we are getting from the database, from the server, from the backend. So we are storing it in the local storage. That is why we were able to have access to it in the um, Axios page and also in the login, even in the protected route. So the next thing I have to do now is to create is to do the dashboard. So let me go and pick the dashboard. So if I go now and pick the dashboard, okay. So once I have done that, I would go back here. Okay, so now come to the app folder again, create a folder called dashboard. So instead of the dashboard, page.tss, don't worry, I'm going to provide this GitHub repo of day 5. You can just clone it. Okay, so I will paste this dashboard here. But look at the main thing. I want to show you something in this dashboard. We created a protected route, and that is what we are using here. So if anything comes to this dashboard and that token is not in that dashboard, it will fail. All right. So I think let me take this out and then fetch it back. Okay, so I get it now. Okay, so now this is the code. This is the code. Okay. Um, our user no longer has name. Okay, our user no longer has name. So are we fetching name here? Set user res.data. Um, our user no longer has name. So we might even leave this out because our user no longer has name. Yes. So is there anywhere we are using this name? Is there? It should have given me error if you're using it already. So I think this is cool now. So let us save it. All right. I have saved this. So everything is fine. So let us go. Let me start the front-end application. So I'll create another git bash. Here I will do cd front end. I will do seed E front end. So I will go and start my Next.js server, npm run dev. I hit enter. All fingers crossed, everything is fine, 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 fine. Ooh, we are good. So our server has started in port 3000. So go to your browser, go to your browser. Okay, so I think I'll close all these, all these, all these. So I'll go to localhost 3000. All right, we are going to see that our Next.js app that we had before. That's what we are going to see. It is coming up. Now, we have not changed the home page, but if you go to login, you will see the login page. All fingers crossed. All right, this is the login page. All right. So if I also click sign up if I also click on this sign up, it will take us to the sign up page. All right. You see. Then if I try to go to the dashboard, because we are not logged in, all right, the dashboard will throw us back. Look at what will happen. Because of that protected route, you cannot have access to the dashboard. It throws you back. You can see it throws you back. Okay. Now let us go on and log in. I have an account already, paulsincity at gmail.com. And I have 12345 6 as my password. It says password failed. Oh, one more thing, guys. One more thing, guys. So if I open my tab here. Okay, look at the error message we got. It has to do with cross origin request forgery cause. So it says it cannot give me access because of access control allow origin. All right, so how to fix this thing? Let's go and fix it. First of all, you will need to install cause. So I will go to my backend. That means I have to stop my backend. Go to your backend server, stop it. All right, stop it. You will do install. Oh, sorry, npm install cause. npm I cause. npm install cause. Hit enter. It will install cause for us. Okay. I'm not going to explain the reason why this thing is happening. I'm already having headache. I can't even continue to talk. Okay. Now let me now go here and copy some code here. So if I go to the backend folder, I'll go to the app.ts. Okay, so we are going to import this course and we are going to use it here. So we are enabling course. All right. I'll copy this code. So let me just go. Let me come here. I'll go to the app.ts and then no, 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 not here, not in the front end, it's in the back end. App.ts. So before every other thing, after I've imported my app, before every other thing, I have to do this. All right, so I would import it. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. I will say import cause from cause. All right. So it's giving me error. Since it's giving me error, this is another thing I have to do. It's saying that I did not, so it's asking for a type for the course, TypeScript type for the course. So I'll copy this. Now, what you're going to do is this, very simple. When you get the repo, the 5 repo, make sure before you start anything, make sure you run npm install in all of both the front end and the back end so that all this, because you might not have these node modules. Okay, so the first thing you do is to make sure you run before you start your server, both your front end and your back end. Make sure you do you run before you run npm run dev. Make sure you say npm install so that it can install all the dependencies, dependencies in the package.json. So now this is the new code that this is the reason why our server was refusing. So I will go back to the server. So now you can see, now you see this tutorial is not basically about design. No, All right. It is not about design. It's about something that is working. So immediately I click on login now. All right. It should. Okay, sorry. The server is not running. I'm sorry. Oh, the server is not running. Oh, sorry. Oh. So I will have to go back and run the server again. The server was not running. Okay, so we are good now. So let's go back and I will click on login. What's the challenge here? So let me refresh. Percentity at gmail.com. Then my username, my password is 123456, and I hit enter. Okay, you can see it has logged me in, and now I am now on the dashboard. You can see now. All right. So now let me go and show you. I don't know. Okay, let me go to the local storage and see if I'll show you. Um, can I get that local storage? Yeah, it will take me time. Memory. Can I get local storage here? Oh, okay. So if I come here and say local storage, dot get item, and then the item I want to get is token. You're going to see that token now. If I hit enter, do you see? This is the token. You can see now. We are logged in and it has saved our token in our local storage. So that is where we'll be getting it from if you want to make any further request. So the moment I click on logout now, the moment I click on logout, all right, you can see the token will be removed. All right, you can see it has been removed. So if I go back to access the dashboard again, it will not work. So basically, what have we done? We have protected our you can see it can't go there again. We have protected our fintech application. So nice one. Okay. Now, like I said, now if I okay, the next thing to do now is we are done. So these are just security things. You always verify your JWT on your backend. Never trust front-end authentication. Never front-end authentication can be bypassed. Use HTTPS in your production. Use refresh token later. Store token securely. So today, your fintech app now has secure backend APIs, has protected front-end pages, automatic login session, and then full authentication flow. So congratulations on your day 5. So tomorrow we are going to start the wallet system, the balance management, and the transaction logic. But before we close, let me do something here. I'm going to push to GitHub. So I will open another Git bash. So all the changes that I have made so far, I'm just going to commit it. I'll say git add, but this time around, make sure that you are, oh my God, did you know that I did not even branch? I didn't even branch. Oh, all these things, I did it in the main branch, but it's okay. Oh God. Okay, so let me do git switch. I'll do git switch. Let me create day 5. I'm so sorry, I didn't branch. Okay, so I'll switch to date 5. So what I'm going to do now is I'll say git add. I will add, so I'm in day 5 now. So I will now say git commit -m. So my commit message is day 5. Day 5 space, I will say protected protect protected routes. Protected route. This is just okay. So I will hit and it commits it for me. So now I have it in my day 5. So I'm going to now say git push origin day 5. Origin day 5. So it's going to push it to GitHub and create a branch, push this branch to origin. Okay, so it's pushing it. So we now have it in day 5. Now, the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back. I will say git switch. I'm switching back to the main. I don't have to do any merging because since I got back to I switched to day 5. I didn't do any changes. So now my branch is up to date in my main. So now what I'm going to do now is I'll say git add. I have not saved for main. I'll do git add. I will do git commit. Let me use the other commit message too. So git commit protected route day 5. Then, okay, your branch is up to date. So I will now say git push origin main. I will hit enter. So now I have pushed everything to GitHub. Something wrong. Something is wrong here. Oh my God. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, something wrong has happened here. So why am I having all this? Oh, I'm going to reverse. Sorry, let me fix this thing. I'll come back. Okay, so I actually have to switch back to day 5. So if I go back to git switch main, let me merge and see. Okay, okay, I get it. I get it. So I have to merge. Sorry, yeah, that is why this what it's trying to tell me now is that these files are not in my main branch. So I have to now say git merge merge with day 5. All right, all right, all right. And then okay, you can see they are back. They are all back now. Look at it, they are back. Okay. So it is actually merging. So you can see everything is fine now. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I was somehow confused now. So it's still merging and okay, everything is okay now. Everything is normal now. So I can now go on. I have merged. I can now push. Should I even? There's no need to do add. Let me just, there's nothing to commit. There shouldn't be anything to commit. But let me just be, okay, so everything is fine now. So let me push. Oh my God. So this thing can be something else. So let me push now. So everything is cool. So while I am pushing, let me go to my browser. Let me go to my GitHub. So let me go to my GitHub. So I'm going to show you what you're going to have. So all you have to do is to clone the day 5, or you can clone the whole project and then go to day 5. But before you do anything, make sure that you run npm install in both the front end and the back end. Okay, so fintech app. So now our main branch is up to date. So we also have we should have branch day 5 branch here. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, so you can see this was just committed 5 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. So if I you can see we have day 5 here. So if I switch to day 5 now, you're going to see all these things. So let me show you how you actually go to some files. So if you want to go to any file in this frontend folder, all right, just click on just either frontend or back. Any file you want to go to, click on frontend. It will open the folder for you. It's coming up. You can see these are the folders I added newly. Okay, so if you open the component folder, even if you open the library folder, you will see the app.ts. If I click on it, it will open. You can see these are the codes we added. So you can come here. I'm going to give you the link to my GitHub, you can come here, open these files and copy the code. You can also go to components. This is the protected route. You can also come here and copy the code. So in case I lose any of my code, now I'll just come back here. So this is the sign up, this is the login, this is the dashboard. If you open the sign up, you're going to see page.ts. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So now, if you go to Prisma, you're going to see the changes we made. So we have to change it to, we made our first name to be optional now. Look at it. All those changes are now here. So congratulations. Um, if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe, turn on notification, share with your friends. Anybody that is interested to learn tech or web, I have free tutorials here. All right. Share, comment, tell us in the comment section what you like most best about this tutorial, and tell us your experience so far. Share with us. Okay. Like, subscribe, turn on notification, and comment. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in day 6.